I think during this lockdown, we start our work at 10:30 in the morning, and I tell
Okay.
my team members, either you are sick, either you are in trouble, please log in at 10:30. If you're not
Correct.
very well, you have not slept the earlier night, you can take nap for 1 hour, but reporting time is 10:30. And I think I
Correct.
have been a Hitler in their life, but I'm sure next year they'll bless me when we report in green, not in red.
They probably are blessing you right now. You know, the reality is that all it takes is discipline which combines with your interest. So the interest is already there. But what happens is that people treat their interest with an indifference कि कभी मूड आया सो कर दिया, right? The only change that people need to make, and really that change is what transforms a hobby into eventually into a vocation, is that you have to have discipline, right? Writing is a great example of that, and I'm sure that you experienced it when you wrote as a journalist, that stories don't come, right? You got to think of a story idea, you got to convince your editor that this is a story which is worth doing, and then you have a finite deadline for the material, that if this does not get posted by 7:30 in the evening, your story, your byline will not come, right? So you've got to figure out a way. Your contacts must be prepared to speak to you. They'll all tell you, "Abhi nahi, thodi der mein phone karna, Sandhya." You've called me also in the past, and I've told you, "Abhi nahi, thodi der mein baad mein phone karna," and you would never fail to call back because it was something you had to chase, right? And you would not stop until you spoke to me and got your notes and put it into your story, right? That requires determination. It requires discipline. But if you have that determination and discipline, then it becomes easy. If you don't, you better get hold of it, right? It's very easy to be indifferent. It's easy to be apathetic. It takes effort and it takes nerve to stick to discipline, to stick to time schedules, to say that 10:30 mane 10:30. It does not mean 10:35. It does not mean yaar main chai pi raha tha.
So, sir, you're a live example. If we work hard, we can achieve our dreams. And during this lockdown, we were watching you become a professional chef staying at home. Maybe we can see that you launch a brand of yours in coming times. Anyways, jokes apart, let's. I'm saying, how do you think COVID-19 has changed the scenario for you, or for anyone with exposure to take up new arenas of working?
I think what it certainly did, for me, of course, I have been living this kind of a life of being semi-retired now for a long time. So don't think about me for a moment. But I have seen other people that they have actually, some of them, not everybody, some of them have used the time very imaginatively and very creatively. So people have experimented with all kinds of things. People start out with anything. And, you know, there was somebody whom I knew, one young lady who actually was an MBBS, and I interviewed her in your city, Sandhya. I interviewed her in IIM Calcutta. And I asked her what her degree was before she came to IIM Calcutta, and she said she'd done medicine from a medical college in Bombay. And I said, from medicine to business school? And what she answered was a brilliant answer which will answer Raktim Naik's question. She says, sir, I got into medicine because of my parents. I got into business school because of me. And I will get into my career not because of what they did to me, but what I did to myself, right? Somewhere along the line, this idea that I am permanently beholden to somebody must go away. We are adults. We engage ourselves in determining our lives. And people take dramatic turns, right? You may have landed up in engineering, but hey, listen, some of the top investment bankers in the world all went to engineering college. They went to IIT, they went to some other engineering college somewhere. And today, they are nowhere near, right? They are venture capitalists, they are hedge fund managers, or they are musicians, right? Top musicians all around the world, many of them have excellent professional training. I mean, in recent times, for very unfortunate reasons, we've been thinking about Sushant Rajput. Yes. That boy had a proper professional education, but look where he landed up. No, I'm not suggesting that you do what he did at all. Please forgive me for saying that. But the point was that he pursued what was really inside his heart, right? He landed up in engineering. That was something that happened because of circumstances. But we are not prisoners of our circumstances. This idea that just because I landed up there at one moment means that I'm stuck with it for the rest of my life, not true.
So people who actually want to put their passion and hard work into their actual areas of interest, they have doubts if that is the right decision to make nowadays. Bringing out such stories would not only boost the confidence of people worldwide, but also improve their morale on how their passion can turn into success. I think that's my opinion. So,
your opinion
sir,
is absolutely right.
Right. So, turning up your hobbies into your profession, do you think that this is a great idea? Again, of course, you have told, but how is it possible when people have so many responsibilities to fulfill?
Again, let me take something from somebody whom I know, who is a young person who is in the same apartment complex where I live. So she used to be a housewife until very recently. But she's always been very heavily into fitness, right? She's always been, a gym rat. So she used to spend at least an hour and a half in the gym every day. Today, she's decided that people need encouragement to keep them working out during this time, right? People are becoming slothful, becoming lazy, putting on weight. Their health levels are falling. This girl decided that she would offer interesting health approaches as coaching. And so she'd been picking up belly dancing for a while. She's in her living room now, all right? She's got a better camera than her laptop camera. So she takes the camera. She projects the students onto the larger TV screen in her living room. And she takes people, men and women, into a journey into belly dancing, which is a great way of staying fit, right? And suddenly from nothing, literally nothing, right? Just a keen interest in belly dancing. Today, she's become a virtual belly dance coach. Now, who would have thought, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, if somebody would have said that this girl's going to become a belly dance coach on online and that she'll have people who will want to take her lessons. They're paying for her lessons, as they should. I mean, she's a professional. But they are enjoying it and they are getting back to fitness, which everybody wants to do right now. Do it. Anything. It's literally your imagination. How far can it go? Let it travel. And she did. And, she didn't take any guidance from anybody. It was something which was in her heart. She enjoys doing it. And thankfully, she's got a supportive husband who said, yeah, go ahead and do it. Why not? She did. And then now, she's probably set. This is probably the decision that needed to be taken. The tough times caused the decision to be taken. And now she's taken it. This will probably be the rest of her life.
We are all now having second thoughts that if we had chosen our hobbies as a professional career, had we grown? By what percent I would have grown? What would be my yes?
I want to tell you the final story, because this is again going to sound like heavy duty name dropping. But let me assure you, he was my classmate. I have known him for 37 years and he's still a dear friend. And his name happens to be Harsha Bhogle. Now, everybody in this country knows Harsha Bhogle, right? For everybody in this country, he's the finest cricket commentator that India has had, right? A whole generation has grown up on him. And everybody enjoys the way that he writes, the way that he speaks. Harsha told me at the time when he was getting into it, right, that he was not entirely sure of what he was doing, but he says, I have to do it because cricket is my love and, I enjoy talking about it. And he had been commentating, by the way, from his time in Osmania University. So he did his engineering in Osmania. Then he came to IIM Ahmedabad, where he was my classmate. And he was commentating on Hyderabad radio on Ranji matches from 1980, right? So you think of him as a commentator only from the 1990s or late 90s. He had been commentating from 1980. And then one day I met him at the airport here in Bombay. We were going to some different places. And he says, Paritosh, I've decided to make cricket my life. At that time, he was working in an ad agency. He gave up his job in the agency and decided to jump into it. And the rest, as they say, is truly history. It's epic history. Now, Maybe we cannot all aspire to being Harsha Bhogle. But hey, if you get to 5% of Harsha Bhogle, you're still doing damn well.
Seriously, right. Since you have talked about Harsha Bhogle, there are a couple of stars like Sachin Tendulkar. Let's talk about Lata Mangeshkar. Let's talk about Kapil Sharma.
Yes.
They all follow their passion. Even the likes of the great. Yeah.
I have got two others. Lata Mangeshkar, it was a hard life. I mean, she had to start working because she lost her father. And the only thing that she knew was how to sing. Her father had taught her music. And by the time she was 16 or 17, I mean, that film Barsat, in which she took music from Naushad, she used to travel in local trains in Bombay, in third class as it was called, right? She was not a wealthy singer. She used to go on an empty stomach because she did not even have money to buy food until she recorded a song, collected the money, and then she could buy herself a pav and chai. So people have done it the hard way, right? We don't have to.